Hey guys, what's up? How are you all? For a very long time, I have not been able to upload the video because of some personal work. I was not getting time, but now I have come up with the videos on Python again. I will keep on adding on the playlist of Python. So quickly, I'll revise the last class which we had done. That is, we had done error handling in Python. So if we go for error handling in Python, we had seen that we use the expression try. So you write a equals to, you take input from the user, and then you give a variable c which is equal to 1 divided by a, and then you print the c. So what if a user provides you the wrong number or number which is not valid? So in that case you raise a exception value. So that is value error you raise, and you raise a zero division error. For example, if I run this and I write 0, then it will tell me ensure division by non-zero number. Okay, then again if I run it, I write something like 9ut or uy, it will tell me enter a valid number. So which is instead of getting hanged, instead of my function getting hanged, it is giving me an error. So this is a way to handle the error function, guys. Now if I write a valid number 23, then it will give me so and so is the answer. So thanks for using the code, which is this one. So this was all about the error handling. Now we'll see three main things over here. So I'll open my PyCharm, and I'll tell you regarding the main functions. So wherein we use if name equals to main, then what happens? There is a confusion in many of us wherein they are not able to understand why this function is used. So exactly the things I'm going to tell you in this particular lecture. So let's say we have a function called def, and it greet somebody by name. Okay, and it writes. So this is a very simple function which will greet a person if he uses this particular function greet. Now I'll use f string. And I'll write, hey, how are you? I'll use the name. Okay, now it's a simple function. Okay, now instead of this I'll write let's say n equals to input. I'll take user input on this. So I'll say enter your name. Okay, so once the user enter the name, I'll greet him with greet n. So now if I run this function, you see process finished with exit code 0. Okay, n equals to enter input, enter your name. Okay, and greet n. So I think this one another file which is running. So I'll just run this file, run main. Okay, enter your name. When you enter your name, let's say you write Gaurav. Hey, how are you, Gaurav? Welcome to our company Google. Now this is a very simple function which we had seen. Now what if I use this particular function in my another file? So let's say instead of this 2 lines of code, there are 100 lines of code in this function. So you cannot write those 100 lines of codes in another function again. So what you will do, you will import this particular function. So let's import it into another file called another.py. So I'll come to this. So I'll simply write import main. Okay, now after importing this, I'll write main dot greet. So when I use it, I'll run. It is running main file only, another.py. Now he's asking me a name. I don't want this particular things to be running on my another.py. I just want to use this particular function. So what should I do now? So in that case, what I'll write if name equals to main. If this happens, then only run this program, then only run this particular code. Okay, otherwise let it If this is not true, then just run this particular function. So I'll just show you what does this mean. So if I write print name, you see what it will print. Stop and rerun, you see main, it is printing main. So name equals to main is true for this particular model only, this main.py, and this name equals to main is not true for another.py. So when I import this, and if name equals to main is not true, it will simply, I'll show you how. Stop and rerun. I'll run this another.py. Okay, now I'll run it. You see he's showing me error. So he's just taking this greet function, this particular function is asking me the name, so I'll have to pass a name through it. So I'll write Gaurav. Okay, now you see, hey, how are you, Gaurav? Welcome to our company Google. So he's not asking me the user defined name because I have put this particular function. That means if name equals to main is used, I'll just delete it, then only these two things will happen. These two lines of code will be executed in another.py. If I write this, then these two functions will not be included. Because why? Because another.py, for this particular module, main is not equal to name, or name is not equal to main, and that is why we use this particular function. So the summary of this particular function is, this particular class is, if you want to use this particular function or any particular function from another file, then you just write if name equals to main. So if name equals to main evaluates to true, it will come to this. If it is not, which will be case for only this particular module. For another module, if I want to use this def greet function, then I'll simply write main.greet and I'll pass a name which will be printed. Hey, how are you, Gaurav? Welcome to our company Google. Let's say if I delete it or comment it out, now it will ask me to enter your name, because let's see enter your name, then I'll have to enter the name. So I'm utilizing these functions also again, but in another module I don't want to use this, because in another module I'll have something else. Instead of input enter your name, I'll have something else. So for that we utilize this name equals to main. So this was all about the name functions guy. Then coming to another function, I'll just make a file. I'll make one new file, Python file. I'll come on enumerate function, enumerate. So let's take a list, guys. So I'll take a list, L equals to some list of values, 23, 21, 12, sorry, some name I'll take. So I'll write Gaurav, then some boolean I'll take true, then 32. Okay, so these are the values inside this list. Now enumerate function, what it does, now in list, if I have to type the item inside the list, I'll simply write for item in L print item. All right, so what it will do, it will simply print me the item inside this. So he's saying 23, 12, Gaurav, true, 32. Now what I want to do the indexing of these things. So for that purpose you use enumerate functions. So enumerate function I'll utilize, I'll just comment it out. Enumerate function, in this case what will happen, I'll write for index comma item in enumerate, and I'll pass the list name L. Okay, print item comma index, that's all, and it will print me the items along with the indexes. You see 23 0 12 1 Gaurav 2 2 3 32 4. I can reverse this. So instead of item index, I'll write index item. So it will print me along with the index. See 0 23 first, second, third, fourth, like that. So this is all about the enumerate function, guys. Then another function we are going to see is a list comprehension. So I'll make another file, Python file, and write comprehension. Okay, and comprehension. Now let's say a list from the last file only. I'll just copy this, or I'll make one rather. So L1 equals to, let's say, some values 32, 65, 78, 90, 934, like that. So this is a list. Now what if I have to make another list out of this, wherein I'll only take those numbers which are divisible by 2. So in normal case, what I have to do, I'll have to make a list L2 equals to a empty list. Then I'll write some function again. So for item in L1, okay, if item divide by, I'll write divide by %2 equals to 0, equals to 0, then what it will do, it will L2 dot append item. Okay, that's it. It's simple. And then I'll print the L2. I'll write print L2. So this is a general function which we will go along, and when I run this, it will print me those values which are only divisible by 5. I'll come to enumerate, cancel, sorry, this comprehension. I'll have to come to comprehension, cancel. I'll write run this, clear. Okay, so see 32, 78, 90 and 934. So out of this, because 65 is not divisible by 2, so it has taken me 5 lines of code to be written over here. So list comprehension is a very simple method to write the function. Like if I want something like L2 which should be only having a numbers which are divisible by 2, then I'll simply write, I'll just comment it out, I'll write L2 equals to I for I in L1 if, listen guys, see very carefully, he's saying that he has made a list L2 and it is saying I for I in L1, this particular L1, if I divisible by 2 equals to 0, then print after that L2. So L2 will have only those number which is divisible by 2. So if I run this, you see same result. If I comment it out again, I'll take it in, then you see there are 2 line of similar output which will be printed. This one is same, this one is same. Alright guys, so this was all about the comprehension, which is very useful topics which has been given in the Python. Similarly, you can write as 3, and if something is there, it will print you. I'll just go 3. So 78 and 90 are the one which are divisible by 3. And like that you can try with anything like division, multiplication. So this was all about the list comprehension, guys. Next tutorial we will see some more functions in advanced functions in Python, and I'll come up with the videos very sooner. So till the time guys, see you. Thank you so much for watching this, and I'll see you in next video. You keep learning and keep exploring, never stop learning things. So this Python class will keep on continuing, and we will see more concepts in our next video, followed by real world problems, and I will be making you aware with those kind of problems, so that the more you practice, the more pro you will become, and that is what my entire aim is. So thank you so much guys for watching this, and till the time, take care.